cloud technology company Polystream has secured $12 million in funding through a series of investment round led by Intel Capital and propped up by Wargaming and Lauder Partners Established in 2015. Polystream is a dual-tech startup that wants to change how demanding interactive 3D applications such as video games are streamed from the cloud. The company was co-founded by Bruce Grove, who was formerly the head of engineering and general manager at the now defunct cloud gaming platform OnLive, which was purchased and shut down by Sony in 2015. Polystream will use the cash injection to recruit top talent from around the world, expand its marketing activities, and accelerate development of its cloud streaming tech, with Grove suggesting the company will pioneer more streamlined approaches to cloud gaming. Audiences around the world are increasingly hungry for the richest and most graphically complex content to be streamed instantly, explained the co-founder and CEO. The current approach of deploying POS in the cloud to deliver compressed video, whether for playing games or any other high-fidelity application, is eye-wateringly expensive and just does not scale. It's why cloud gaming remains the hardest of streaming problems to solve. Anyone can stream games, but the business of streaming is broken. Take-Two Interactive has posted better than expected results for the third quarter ended December 31st,
2018.
thanks to strong performances from hit titles like Red Dead Redemption 2 and NBA 2K19. According to the company's latest financials, net revenue rose to $1.25 billion from $580.8 million. Recurrent consumer spending from virtual currency, add-on content, and in-game purchases accounted for 25% of that figure and grew by a record 31% year-on-year. The largest contributors to net revenue in the third quarter were Red Dead Redemption 2, which generated $725 million during its first 3 days on shelves.
NBA 2K19, NBA 2K18,
Grand Theft Auto Online, and Grand Theft Auto V. Digital revenue also grew to $594.7 million from $258.4 million year-over-year, and accounted for 48% of Take-Two's total net revenue. Again, the biggest earners on the digital front were Red Dead Redemption 2, Grand Theft Auto Online, Grand Theft Auto V, and NBA 2K18. Net income was also on the rise, and increased to $179.9 million, or $1.57 per diluted share, compared to $25.1 million, or $0.21 per diluted share, on the previous year. Our performance was driven primarily by the record-breaking launch of Red Dead Redemption 2 along with strong results from the 2K19, commented Strauss Zelnick, chairman and CEO of Take-Two. In addition, consumers engaged significantly with our offerings, and recurrent consumer spending grew by 31% over new record, which generated strong cash flow, and ended the period with $1.6 billion in cash and short-term investments. After deploying $109 million to repurchase 1 million shares of our stock. Based on its current performance, Take-Two has upwardly revised its full-year forecast, and now expects to earn between $2.66 to $2.71 billion in net revenue and $354 to $367 million in net income by the end of the fiscal year, on March 31st.
2019.
One of the most jarring aspects of playing a game is the reload sequence. Through its nature, This form of entertainment requires a certain level of investment from its consumers, more specifically, that they actively take part and immerse themselves in the world set before them. When it reaches its peak, this creates a feeling of flow, of continuity. It's what makes us lose track of time and become oblivious to our surroundings when playing. However, this flow can be broken when users are faced with a reload on a game over screen that only serves to add insult to injury. Since this has not changed a lot since the beginnings of the industry, one might consider it a necessary evil. The question this feature seeks to answer is whether we can find a way around it, while presenting some practical examples used in popular games over the years. I feel that this issue needs addressing sooner rather than later, because reloading the game is sensible when we are resuming our gaming sessions. Having to redo something we have already done only seconds before isn't pleasant, and, of course, this approach encourages players to take the brute force approach by trying everything until they find one that works. Blizzard's Diablo II is one of the first games to come to mind, since its developers took a special interest in creating a flow-based experience. Since it has a pretty straightforward quest system and combat-based gameplay, they chose to remove the traditional save function. This means that certain features became feasible. Gambling, random recipes, odd jobs. It also meant that player characters could not just die, with the exception of hardcore mode. Diablo II Solution, however, to retain the challenge factor, a certain penalty had to be applied on death, big enough to encourage people to avoid it but small enough not to be synonymous with game over. Blizzard's answer to this problem was an experience and guild penalty, along with the respawn in tone mechanic. Basically, the game punishes players in a way that sets them back, but does not force them to redo anything. The jarring effect of loss is still present in Diablo II, but to a much lesser degree. Fate or Torchlight reduces this even further by giving players the option of reviving in the same area, or in the very spot where their character has met his arc, and, of course, each option has a steeper price. Another example can be seen in shooters games, such as a real tournament. The player's goal is to reach a certain number of kills before the others do the classical deathmatch scenario. Solution: the death penalty is deceptively simple when a participant dies. His archer opponent is one step closer to victory. The fast-paced action coupled with the immediate respawning ensures that the experience is very dynamic, but also smooth. The jarring is virtually non-existent because failure, death, constitutes the basis of the gameplay. In fact, it depends on it, and it's what drives it forward. The popularity of the genre, if nothing else, is proof enough that streamlining player experience is something worth doing. Crystal Dynamics took another approach to overcoming death in its 1999 title, Reaver, by allowing Raziel, the main character, to traverse between two realms, a physical one and a spectral one. Solution: Raziel feeds on the souls of his enemies, and it is the souls that serve as his life force. When defeated in the physical realm, the character is transported to the spectral one. If he is defeated there as well, he is taken back to a special hub, from where he can make his way back to the place of his demise. There is a small nuisance in that the return to the physical realm requires a portal to be used, and this introduces a certain amount of backtracking. However, this spirit realm approach has proven popular and has been used several times, in some more recent example being Venetica, developed by Deck 13 Interactive. A possible alternative to this method could involve sinking the player character deeper and deeper into successive spirit worlds with every death. The avatar could either become stronger with every descent, or the enemies weaker. Return could be immediate or sequential through the same layers. It could depend on the opponents being dead, or some in-game currency, such as experience or a soul pool. Conan Exiles developer Funcom has purchased a 51% majority stake in Portuguese work for her studio Zona Paradoxal specs for an undisclosed fee. Funcom and Stax have been working together since 2017, with the duo having combined on Conan Exiles, Mutant Year Zero, on Eden, and other projects. From a strategic point of view, Funcom claims the deal will help lower development costs, while giving it access to a growing talent pool in Portugal and Spain. Speaks quality and client-focused attitude, and history of providing varied services and executing projects in different time zones, is also a good match for Funcom's growing list of projects in development, allowing them to support both internal and published projects with ease. Reads a press release. Although Funcom will be Speak's main customer following the deal, the studio will continue to act independently and collaborate with other developers. If you want to level up your skills and make better, more successful virtual reality experiences, this year's Game Developers Conference in San Francisco is a great place to be. There's a ton of great VR content in store. Are you at GD 2019 in March?